Hey, we're glad that you're here with us. This is Big John's idea to do this. So if this fails, we're blaming him for this. But he's like, why can't we do a Christmas show and tell, the greatest gifts? And so that's what we're going to do today. This is very casual. It's an intimate group, so we can do that. But again, thank you for leading music. And Matt, your introduction. I've got a seminary class that I'm going to next week, and it's called Creative Problem Solving. That's the whole class, and so you're supposed to fix a problem that the church is dealing with, and write a paper or presentation about that problem. And I chose high school students. They're the problem. No, actually, I did choose to deal with high school students and making their faith their own. Not mom and dad's faith, but making it their own. And how do you do that? The advantage that I have is that I'm 60 years old and I've been doing it for a while. You know, the younger people in the class, they're trying to figure out how to solve problems when I've been dealing with a lot of these problems. But I think for you, it's probably relationships that are in this room. I'm assuming the relationships that happened and the impact. You know, plus we're all teaching the same thing. The community here teaches identity. And I keep saying I have a one-trick pony. It's just teaching identity in Christ. It always comes back to that. And so that's probably going to be my response, my answer to how to make their faith their own. Before, I've mentioned this couple sitting here, Rob and Becky. He's like acting surprised, but he was on the search committee in 1989 that brought me to Northside Baptist Church, and I was there for 18 years. But those two taught me how to do youth ministry, even though I came straight out of seminary. They taught me how to lead and how to do things with perfection, and to share the gospel, to share the good news. And so I'm thankful that you're hanging out with us here this morning. Their daughter and grandson comes regularly here, but Kristen's sick this morning. So let's start off with some gifts that you received. Did anybody bring a Christmas gift that they would like to share this morning? You did? Of course you did. Come on. You have a limited amount of time, okay? Introduce yourself.
I'm Luke Dunnick, and it's my wife Ann. So it's taken a lot of years to grow to the point where I could actually want this gift and express it. And the fact that I can do it in front of a group is amazing. But I got a fanny pack.
I thought it was just a fanny, but
I'm not ashamed of it. So that was a big deal. I got some cuticle balm in here, and this is great because I can go, but I got my pockets, but then I got like double the space now. So
welcome to the 70s.
There you go.
Really? That's it? That's all you got? It's the shortest you've ever spoken. Anybody else got a gift here? Yes. Come on up here. Bring us your gift up here. Show us what you got.
So both of you, you can go.
Both of you.
It's technically Peyton's, but he won't.
Oh, you're coming up the back door. Yeah. You can come on up. You can come on up. Just wind yourself around here. All right. Tell us your names.
I'm Landon. I'm Riley.
And this is Jonathan and Monica's two of their three boys that they have. Let me get up here and just move this music stand because I want people to be able to see what your gift is. Who asked for this gift?
Peyton.
Peyton, and Peyton wouldn't come up here? Mm-mm. So would you explain what the gift is?
So the gift is a Minion fart blaster, which has 2 cents, banana and fart. farts the worst because it smells like popcorn that's been burnt in the microwave 2 minutes too long.
Does this thing work?
Yeah,
Can I operate it?
sure.
Yes. Don't shoot me. I'm shooting Luke. Is it on?
I don't think.
So I'm supposed to hold this for like 4 seconds,
No more than 4 seconds.
No more than 4
Unless it's, like,
seconds?
just turning on.
and then I'm going to.
You should see rings that come out.
It
though.
didn't. Oh, it's generating.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There's the fart blaster. Judah, that one's for you. Luke, that's for you, buddy, right there. How cool is that, man? Where were these toys when I was a kid, man? Dang, you guys want some of that? Yeah, generate some more. It's probably not good for a pregnant lady, but yeah. Hey, that's an awesome toy right there. Nice job. Don't be shooting that during the service, all right? You can come down now unless you want to stay up here with me. Does anybody else have a cooler toy than that?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Who said that?
It's not a toy.
Danny, you have 20 seconds.
20 seconds. Luke gets forever, and I get 20 seconds.
Well, you're on probation.
I'm wearing my Christmas present. One of them.
I can't. The light is like blinding us, and we can't see. So you have to come in front of the light. He's running. This is Danny DeSalvo, ladies and gentlemen, and he's on microphone probation. Danny,
I requested this.
now explain a little bit of your. Danny has his own ministry. You want to explain your ministry real quick, briefly? 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
And I'm watching you.
How much time do I really
Jim,
have, Luke?
have your finger on the mute button.
No, I don't know. How do I explain? I like
Junk
cutting
and
down,
stuff.
Yeah, tree junk and stuff. I cut down trees, and it's it's a way to help people, save them money, feel like I'm useful in this world, and then at the same time, there's a little bit of chance of death, and a little bit of adrenaline every once in a while. Like, hey, just a couple weeks ago, I hit a car for the first time.
You did like the tree landed on the car. You hit a car.
The tree hit the car.
Sorry.
It didn't do any damage.
Nice job. Nice job.
So, yeah.
How many trees did you cut down in this last year?
I'm at 95, and I'm hoping to find 5 more.
Anybody need a tree? Look, there's two customers right there.
I don't know why I want to get to 100, but I'm like, I just, get to
So
100.
you've literally counted your trees.
I do.
Do you have a spreadsheet?
No, I have a Google Doc.
Nice. Yes, we're related. So literally, you guys, this is a ministry that they go around and they cut people's trees down for them. How many of you have volunteered with Danny this year? Stand up. Stand up if you volunteered with Danny cutting down trees. Like, he literally just texts people and say, can you help cut down trees for people that need it? And how much do you charge?
Nothing.
That is a ministry in itself. But the Lord has taken care of you and provided for you financially as well. They have their own 501c3 underneath Sticks and Stones. So it is a ministry, and if you need trees taken down, they do a great job. They've been doing it for years, and he's very serious about the way that they do it. So
Yeah. Don't let the car story scare you.
yeah. I don't know why you mentioned that, but anyway. Nice.
So that's why I got this shirt.
Nice. I love you. Do I want? Yeah, I want this. Yeah, I want this. Anybody else got Christmas presents? That's it? Only 3 of you got Christmas presents? All right. Well, thanks for coming. Oh, wow. This is like, she doesn't do this. I don't even know what you're bringing up here, so.
I know. Well, I'm not gonna like completely show you guys, but
This is my wife, Michelle, by the way, if you don't know that.
I brought my wallet up here because we have his dad and my parents that it's easier for them to give money. And so it's not the money that I received that was my greatest gift, but the fact that my parents are both still alive and that we had his dad. And we always remember his mom. And she showed up in quirky little ways, like all the little things that she would do at Christmas, like accidentally swap gifts and put it in someone else's bag. And as you start to unwrap it, she's like, wait, that's not yours. That happened with a sibling, so it was crazy. But so that's my greatest gift is family.
Yep, family. Anybody else would attest to that? Family? Yeah, so thank you, Michelle. Rob, one time you came into my office and you said, never speak bad from your wife about the stage again. And that was probably 33 years ago. And so I have taken that to heart. But I've been blessed with an incredible wife that has obviously done ministry alongside. So when I get kudos for doing Levner, it's like you can't forget her because she's the one that's behind the scenes doing all the stuff that I don't want to do, and that's the truth. It's literally the truth. But we were able to leave Monday after Corey got off work and drive to Tulsa and be with our families, and had 3 Christmases there in Tulsa, and then we drove back on Friday. So it was good to be with family. Anyone else? This is good just to hear from you guys, and yes.
Bring it, but I got a book for my kids that did JCPenney portraits for me.
Oh yes, I saw this online. Wait a second here.
So my kids went to JCPenney's and did a portrait. No, I'm Beth.
How many kids?
Well, 4. I have 3, and then my daughter-in-law. She's my kid too, though.
Yes.
But they went to JCPenney's and they wore blue jeans and black turtlenecks and did JCPenney portraits that were like the old school portraits.
Oh my gosh,
where-
if you could see these pictures, you guys, they're on Facebook.
And they're in like really funny poses, and there's one where like they all have their hands on each other's hips, and Emily's in the front and she's got her hands just sticking straight out, and they've got really serious faces in most all of them. And
It wasn't you, was it your family that saw that they were doing this in advance and then the parents went and copied everything?
No.
I saw that on Facebook. Somebody saw that the kids were doing this and the parents went and did the same thing and surprised the kids, so it was.
I had no idea
Yeah,
that they were
yeah,
doing this.
yeah.
But when I opened it, I screamed because it was the best gift ever.
Yeah. You have to look up Beth Watrous and on Facebook and
It's
look
his
at these
gift
pictures.
too.
If you start laughing during the service, I'll understand why. But Luke's scanning through them right now.
But yeah, it was.
Anybody
awesome.
else? Christmas presents in the back? Yes. I'm gonna come back here.
Just to continue the.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, Jeff. This is Diane here. Just to continue the family, sentiments, great gift this year, Christmas morning. Our daughter Anna and Sam got engaged
Yes.
this year, September in Zion National Park. And we set the date for June of 2026. Anyhow, on Christmas Day, I got a card. Inside the card, they're getting married in Cape Cod. It was a postcard of Cape Cod, and on the back of it was their gift to ask me to officiate.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And that is an incredible privilege to be able to just speak into their marriage and in a profound way. And so we're looking forward to that. And I know that there's others in the family here that have done that, so I'll look for some tips.
Yes. Yes. Weddingofficials.com.
You've done a couple, haven't you?
Weddingofficials.com. Yeah, that'll.
Okay. By
Yeah.
Rusty.
Yeah, I've done a few.
So
Yeah.
that was a special gift.
So, yeah, let me ask you a question here. So you got an invitation or something that about their wedding announcement or whatever?
We knew they were getting engaged.
Take it back. Take it back there.
They got engaged in September.
But then they sent you an announcement.
They were here for Christmas.
But she announced in the card that they're going to do the wedding at Cape Cod. And that's your daughter. And so now you're the father of the bride, and all of a sudden, hey, I'm doing a wedding at Cape Cod. Is that how it went?
That's how it went, basically.
Congratulations on that.
Right. So there's a GoFundMe page.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Jim?
So I'll do one. This was an unintentional Christmas gift, and my wife's shaking her boots right now because she didn't know what I'm going to say. But so my dad passed away in 2018, and my stepmother remarried. And we've kind of drifted from her, but for some reason last night we got together with them for dinner, her and her new husband. And she said, hey, come over to the house. I've got some stuff of your dad's I'd like to give you. I said, okay. So we went over there, and she gave me a couple of boxes of stuff. And I kind of looked through it real quick, and one of the things that was in there was a wallet from my grandfather, my dad's dad. And I started picking through it, and it had some pretty interesting and worthless things in it. He was a railroader. It had his railroad retirement card in it, and a couple of life insurance cards, and had a key in there that we fantasized maybe to like some safe deposit box somewhere that's got $1 million in it. But the thing that struck me is he only had one photograph in his wallet, and it was a picture of Jesus. And that's the thing I'm probably most thankful for is my parents and grandparents were not perfect people, but they were faithful, and I'm very thankful for that heritage, and that's makes me want to pass that on to my kids and grandkids.
Right on. They were perfect because of Jesus, though.
True.
I got one over here, and I'll come back to you.
Can I tell you about a gift I gave?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That was Jim David, by the way. He didn't introduce himself, so introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Marcy. I'm not going to tell about a gift I got, but one I gave. I gave a gift to my son Dale, and it was a camera. And I'm telling about it because he asked for a camera. I don't know, about a month ago, and I said, oh, well, I have a whole box of cameras. And so I went out to the garage and got a whole box of cameras that some of which were my grandfather's, so Dale's great-grandfather's. And he was very interested in them and wanted to even buy film for the film cameras. Did you know you can still buy film? Actually, at Robert's Camera, they sell film there, and they will even develop it for you. So he was playing around with these cameras, and I had another camera that was my dad's, and he played around with that, and so I decided I was going to get him a camera. And the day I decided I was going to buy him his own camera, a gal I know that's a professional photographer posted one on Facebook that she was selling for a very good price. So I got a really nice camera for him for, I feel like I stole it, actually. So,
Nice.
So it's really kind of cool because I was able to give Dale a really nice camera, and my grandfather and my dad, and I was in photography and when I was younger too, and now Dale, so it's kind of cool.
It's awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Marcy. Rob and Becky, that's a product of your youth ministry. And now her boys are at our camp with us at summertime. That's how old we are.
You don't look
Yeah, I don't act 60.
Unless I see you working out.
It's my workout partner, by the way.
Hi, I'm Cameron.
He deadlifts 300 pounds.
So, so if you have kids, you probably are pretty good at annoying people. So I'm pretty good at annoying my children. But I got a pretty good gift from Ike. He gave me a Rams jersey.
No,
So
Rams.
he's a big Rams fan, and so even though I'm an annoying dad, we spent time last night watching the Rams beat the Cards last night, and I had my Rams sweatshirt, not jersey, but sweatshirt on, and it's got my old high school football number on the back and my nickname on there. So that was a pretty good
awesome.
gift. Just time to spend with my son, and we're on a little journey now to try and see all the NFL stadiums. So we're
How many have you seen?
7. We're at 7, so we got a ways to go.
Yeah.
So hopefully some good experiences coming. And then my oldest son Wayne and his fiancee Michaela let me come over and annoy him yesterday at their house, and so that was another good gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time. So
What about this gift?
what's that?
What about this gift?
This gift? Oh yeah. So I go back maybe 2002, 2003. That was a kind of rough time in life, and ended up separated from my 2 oldest boys' mom, and we had some separation time in there, and just having a relationship with all my family and having them here, and getting to know Jesus, and just having that be the center of our lives, and really learning through that has been probably the best gift, I would say, for sure. And just having friends here. I was just thinking about when I walked in here today how many truly good friends I have here just sitting around, and so it's a great gift.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Anybody else? Oh, Ike wants. You're not talking about the Rams, are you?
No, I'll stick. They did win. I'll stick with family. So a couple weeks ago, my aunt passed away, and her early Christmas gift to me was a check to pay off my next semester of school. So, yeah, I've been taking care of her, and then when she wasn't doing well, that was something she had planned in advance to give me, and yeah, that was something I never expected. And I couldn't tell if that was a Christmas or just her generous self and always taking care of me and my family. So
Did you know that before she passed away that she was going to do that?
I did not.
It's interesting. When he says, take care of his aunt, he literally took care of his aunt. Like, she was incapacitated, and he did everything for her. And so that's an incredible gift that she left him, just to say thank you for taking care of me and watching over me my last few months. So he's a model student. Model student.
I'm Macy, and I'm going to go with the family train here. But as much as we argue, both my sisters live out of state, and it's really hard for my oldest sister who lives in Louisiana. She has 2 boys and a baby girl who's only a month old, and it's really hard for them to make it up here all the time. And for Christmas, their gift to us was coming up for Christmas, so we had everyone in the house this year.
That's
So
awesome.
that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was our Thanksgiving, is having my brother, who I lost 3 years ago, and their whole family was here for Thanksgiving, so I totally get that. Who raised their hand back here? Robert, our resident hippie?
I'm Robert, if you don't know me. I'm
Stand
loud
up.
and eccentric. Oh, he's making me stand. But my wife, Haley, is a great human being. And as I said, I'm eccentric, and she enables me. So what she got me was these beard beads I added to my list this year. And I wasn't going to buy them for myself because it's a little bit much. But when she buys them for me, I think, well, that means that I can just do it. So I went all out with it and started wearing them.
Really, that's it?
That was it. Just beard beads. Wanted to come show you how cool I am.
You were cool. Now go back to the children's area, would you? He's raising your kids back in the back. So, by the way, yeah, Robert, you're the best, man. I love you. Yes, yes. He is not afraid of talking about Jesus, that's for sure. And again, another product, that's Haley Breckenridge that came from your ministry. Yes, Greg.
All right. Hi, my name is Greg Duggar, and my parents passed away probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. So my sisters and I and still kind of get together for Christmas. My sisters live up in northern Indiana. So this past Christmas, we got all the family together. And one of them, my nephew, it works for the National Park Service down in the Grand Canyon. And he goes down into the Grand Canyon 2 times a year. And anyway, we were sitting around and he was relaying a story to us about ravens. And it was just fantastic. When he lays out a story, it probably takes him an hour to do it. But watch out for ravens. But it was awesome just to hear his stories that come out of the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Anybody else? Yeah, Cindy. Let me get Cindy, and then I'll come back up here.
I'm not
Stand
sure
up,
that all
Cindy.
of you know that I am from a very large family. My immediate family, there's 78 of us. And we try every year to get together for Thanksgiving and Christmas, but more than that also. If you've been to the Ward's house, you know that we can be very accommodating there. So this Christmas was going to be in Indianapolis. A lot of them live in Cincinnati. And Monday, and then by Tuesday, Christmas Eve, everybody from everywhere, Vicky's daughters from New York came in with the flu. My nephew in Bloomington had the flu. 5 of us, 6, 7 of us in Cincinnati all had the flu. And we're all like, okay, what do we do with this? We've got this plan and all this food and all this stuff for tomorrow. And my sister sent out a text and she's like, you know what? We all have it. Let's do it. So we had we were afraid of going to have a super spreader Christmas party, but it didn't end up being that. It ended up being a very huge blessing for most of us to be able to be together. So I just like to share because it's a great blessing.
Now nobody wants to speak into this microphone. Yeah. Anybody else? Oh, Jace, did you have something? Come on, Jace. You gotta stand up.
Dang it. My name is Jace. I got a bow and arrow. And Christmas Day, me and my dad went to go shoot it. And one time we were trying to load it, and then a bunny or like a rabbit ran out of the log. And every time we would shoot, me and my dad would go, "Oh, here comes the bunny," when we're loading it, and we couldn't keep getting it, and it would take like at least a minute to load it.
The question everybody asks is, did you get the bunny? No. See, don't you all feel better now? Anybody else? It's awesome, Jace. Those are the things that matter. Stories like that, just hanging out with dad and mom, and yeah. Anybody else? I kind of went through my whole calendar, not to bore you or anything like that, but just to talk about what all's happened this last year. But in January, I continued to go to seminary. For those that don't know, I decided for some reason to go back to school. Not sure why, but the longer I go, the more I understand why. But I've taken 5 classes this past year, and I passed. But just thank you. Just getting to know the professors and building relationships with them, and I think I shared a week or so ago that I'm actually able to minister to one of my professors this year, and you guys are ministering to him by praying for him and his marriage, and the ability to even disciple him at this point was totally off my radar. It's like one of those things that you don't see coming, and it's very humbling for both him and for me. And his name is Brian, and I love the man, and I'm thankful that we've met. We've met. In January, we supported this business right here, January 14th. I don't remember what the exact date was, but the place caught on fire and lives were in the balance that night as a kitchen fire occurred here at Pinheads, and the sprinkler system kicked in and flooded this place, and it really destroyed it. And they basically decided to hire their employees to refurbish it in 3 weeks. So we spent 3 weeks over at Gary Stump's church during that time while this place was being renovated, but we were able to minister to the employees here, and 2 of them are sitting here this morning, and I'm thankful just for the journey with them, and be able to sit down and have breakfast on a regular basis with them and just talk about Jesus is kind of a big deal. It's only taken us 17 years to do that, being here at Pinheads. We've been here since April 2008, and, you know, they've been generous to us the whole time. They haven't charged us a dime, which still amazes me, because it is a business. But we've been told that, you know, they want us to have a home here. So people keep asking, when are you going to build your own church? Why would I do that when the Lord has provided this and a place to minister, and we're not stuck funding a building brick and mortar place? I got to go on the Mercy Me cruise in January, and some of you got to go on that, which was a blessing, and that is a continual blessing just to be able to get on and teach what we teach here on Sunday mornings, to be able to teach that on the cruise in the morning and evenings. And we have followers in Vegas and Florida and everything else because of the cruise, and several of you have been on that. But we have people that give and support this ministry across the country because of that. And it's a regular thing. We'll be going again in July this year to Alaska. Finally, we get out of the Caribbean, so we're excited about that. February, Fisher's Police Awards Banquet. For 13 years, I've served as a volunteer chaplain for the city of Fishers in the fire and police department, and being able to work with these professionals that keep our community safe and protect us and rescue us and everything else is an absolute blessing. I had friends from Canada staying with us last night, missionaries that were passing through, and took them through the building last night, and just was able to tell them stories of things that we've experienced and how great our officers are. So it was kind of a cool thing. In March, we did a FPU class, Financial Peace class, for several that were in this room. It's one of the things that I kind of, people that are getting married, if I do premarital counseling, I take them through Dave Ramsey's 9-week course. How many of y'all have been through that? Raise your hand if you've been through the Financial Peace with us. Yeah, it's like most everybody in here. But I did premarital counseling for a couple of couples, for Tyler and Reagan Simler, which was Reagan Mailing. I didn't do their wedding ceremony. They had a friend do it. I did 2 premarital counseling this year, Ed and Christy Gallagher, and then Brent Sutton did the wedding. I didn't have to do any weddings this year. So it's kind of intriguing. I went to a few baseball games. Tim Youngblood always like, you went to like 30 baseball games, and I always have to give him a count. I went to 14 games this last year. There's 162 games, people. I only went to 14. So anyway, how many of y'all remember in April there was a solar eclipse that happened right here in Indianapolis? Yeah. This is how quick the year flies by. In May, I was able to go to a family trip to California, to take my family to California and just hang out with them and see some baseball and see California. And then also some of our friends from our college, OBU, blessed Michelle and I with a trip to Greece, and we got to see biblical places that I've taught about for years, but now I get to walk in Ephesus. I get to walk where Paul walked, where Timothy was, to be in Corinth and hear these stories, and go to Rome and be in the prison where Paul was in prison was absolutely amazing. And I'm thankful for Charlie and Leslie Power, who blessed us with that trip. And I know Charlie's listening. He's in Bellingham, Washington this morning, and he's up and listening to this. But they're dear friends of ours, and they help support one of our other ladies that many of you have supported is Logan, who lives in Fort Worth, Texas, and she is basically in a wheelchair her whole life and has people that take care of her. Cameron and Charlie and Brent and I got to go see her in August, but Micah and others and Danny have gone down there and worked on her house. But the Powers help support her on a monthly basis through Lebanon, and so it's kind of a cool thing. We've just got friends all over the country, and we do ministry all over the country. In June, we took 75 people to camp up in Wisconsin, came back and had a swim party and baptized kids with their families there, and it was pretty amazing. We buried Michelle Breckenridge, which was Haley and Haley's mom, Big John's sister. She was a part of our small group, and she sat back here with her family like every Sunday. We also lost Scott Blewett's dad, Jim Blewett, who would come and sit right here with him this year. I'm not sure who else. I know there was others that we've lost this last year, but we're thankful for those memories. In July, I got to go to Wyoming and go fly fishing, Rob, with a group of men, about 25 men from Nashville, musicians, and I don't know how I get tied into that world, but just being able to influence them and to impact them and to even impact the place that we went to, which is Refuge, a place for ministers to go and to regroup and to rest and to restore, is an incredible ministry. I would love to take a group from here and just be able to do that with you someday. We'll make that happen. We did Lebanon baptisms in August at the Ward's house. Let me ask this. How many of you have, this is like, you came in this last year to Lebanon for the first time? Raise your hand. Like several families here that I'm so thankful for. Obviously our numbers are down today, but there's several families here. How many were here when we were meeting at the Ward's house in 2007, 2008? Stand up real quick. This is kind of interesting. If you were at the Ward's house from the very beginning, yeah. So like 17 years of, Ethan, you were just a punk back then. So were you, Caleb. But that's cool. But we were at the Ward's house again doing baptisms in August. We did Holiday World in September. And then we got to meet at the Fishers PD. Yeah, I forgot about that, right? Well, this place was closed down for a bowling tournament, and the chief let us meet at the Fishers Police Department one Sunday morning in the training room. Then we did Trunk or Treat here at Pinheads, where a bunch of you decorated your cars and came up here and supported their event up here, which was cool. And then at the end of October, I went to Texas because Shannon Millard's father passed away, and that's when I walked into my seminary class and started building a relationship with my professor. He was shocked that I was there, but he literally said, "You're here in Texas for me today," and it's been a good thing. November, I said my family from Denver, my brother's family, came here and spent Thanksgiving with us. In December, we took all of our volunteers, about 40 some odd people, to an Indy Fuel game, and it was Teddy Bear Night, and it was just a great time to celebrate all the people that help here. And that's it. That's the 24 in review. I went through my calendar. I went through pictures. I went through my map, my Google map. I went through Leavener budget stuff and just saw how you have blessed this ministry, how you've given and you've supported, and the amount of people that we've been able to support because we don't have a building and we're not putting money into bricks and mortar, and that we're able to do things for people that are dealing with cancer and dealing with unemployment, dealing with addictions, helping them to get rehab. I can't express to you what I know has occurred, but it's because of you and God working through you and your giving and your blessing this ministry. Just know that it's happening, and it's because there's a community here that cares about people. And there's a God that's fighting for us, for sure. So I look forward to 25 and what the Lord has in store, whatever that is. People always ask me what my 5-year, my 10-year, my 20-year plan is. And it's like, I'll be happy to hear from the Lord tomorrow to tell me what I'm doing tomorrow. So I'm going to trust him with that. Father, thank you for today. And just thank you, allow us to be together here as a family and to laugh and to talk about the blessings and the hurts and the struggles and all that we've been through, that you have taken us through this past year, and sit here and think about the kids that are about to be born this next year, and just the blessing it will be to have them up here and to see the kids on the stage this morning, and that you're raising up a new generation, that they come to know their identity in Christ and they develop their own faith, that they trust you and believe in you, that your word is true. And just thank you for loving us today. And I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.